Hi, I'm Justine.
And I'm Shelly.
I'm Nick.
And you're watching Past the Glass. Today we are passing the babies.
No
babies.
No.
Well, of course today's Fat Tuesday.
It is.
So, in keeping with what's going... Hi, yeah.
We expected that. Coming down.
So, in keeping with Mardi Gras, I guess this would be considered Mardi Gras, right?
Yeah, yes, it's Mardi Gras. It's
Okay.
Today's Fat Tuesday.
Okay, so explain to us what you did here.
I got us a king cake. Can everyone see? A king cake is, it has babies on it. Well, usually they bake the babies into it.
Okay.
And the person who gets the baby is lucky. I know the girl at Giant Eagles, so I was able to get us each a baby just because it was fun.
Okay,
But
so what does the baby have to do with Mardi Gras?
I mean, you get drunk enough.
Maybe that's it. No, it has to do with Epiphany.
Okay. This is the first time I'm ever hearing anything like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've never heard of such a thing.
So what is this cake? What is this king cake? What is it like?
Here, it's like a cinnamon roll.
Oh.
In the States. In other places, they make them different. In other countries, if you Google king cake, it'll explain to you the meaning that's behind it.
So it's sort of a heart attack in a cake, pretty much. But it looks like there's a filling or something.
It's cinnamon. It's like
it's all cinnamon.
roll.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a cinnamon roll. And bless you.
Thank you.
And it's just something fun to.
But what's behind the king cake? Way back
Just
in the
traditional?
days.
Yeah, it's a tradition. It's they started out making it in the beginning of January, like I think it's January 6th, which is 10 days after Christmas. So it had to do with the birth of Jesus, you know, that whole thing. But then they somehow started using it with Mardi Gras, and they it won't come out.
She's destroying the king cake.
I am. You're lucky.
But I will say, I mean, that baby's a little creepy on top.
It is creepy. It's like something you see in Halloween or something.
So there's usually one of those baked
inside, yes. And there may be one, may or may not be one inside
Okay.
this.
Baby, is that supposed to be rebirth or renew or?
I don't know. I don't know what. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe our audience can answer that.
If anybody knows more than we know.
First time I'm ever seeing or hearing of this tradition.
Yeah, let's see.
But
Ready?
it's interesting.
It smells like
Cinnamon roll.
cinnamon roll. Mm-hmm. It's got the consistency of a cinnamon roll.
I'm sure outside of the crunch of the sprinkles is probably a cinnamon roll.
Or it's a cinnamon roll. We'll be doing laps around the
A very colorful cinnamon roll.
Shelly, thank you so much for doing the legwork and finding out information about what this is.
Sure. I've had king cakes like for 10 years now. I get them every year.
So is there still a lot of places that, I know it kind of seems like it's dried up with people celebrating Fat Tuesday. Is it still like big even in this?
no, it's
I know it's big down in like New Orleans and
Yeah,
whatnot.
no,
But
there are restaurants and bars that have big Fat Tuesday parties.
I didn't think that was still a thing. I mean, it seems like you don't really hear about it much.
Well, this year, nobody's having much of anything.
Speaking of, how was your week last week?
Last week, busy.
I mean, you were first time in a bar.
Well, not the first time, but yeah, and it was everybody coming back, and everybody came back with a vengeance. So they actually, the place I was at, they actually had to close early because they didn't supply enough liquor and alcohol to support the crowd that was coming in.
Oh, no.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so it was definitely, I didn't expect it. I didn't know what to expect.
No.
But I figured with the last minute, we're going to do this type of thing, it was not going to be anything significant. And I was wrong. So, but it was fun. I mean, I DJ'd till about midnight, and Yeah, it was definitely an experience on a Thursday night. I'm not used to a Thursday night because I don't like to stay out late. I'm getting too old.
On work
So did
nights,
you expect to work till 2?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe depending on the crowd, but if it weren't for the fact that they ran out of liquor, I would have worked till 2.
Wow.
It was a blessing in a
That
way.
they ran out of liquor.
Yeah. I can at least get home and get some sleep before being up at 7 a.m. But that's just me, I guess. So onto the weather. The weird weather that we had this past day. I mean,
right.
they were expecting
We're still expecting snow.
Thursday. I guess they were going to get hit again.
Well, tonight it's going to go down to 5 degrees.
So this is probably the first Fat Tuesday where people are putting clothes on instead of taking them off with the way the weather it is.
For beads.
And I watched a thing about Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Instead of having the parade that they normally have, they have a park, and they parked all of the floats in the park, and people can drive through and take pictures. And
Oh, how nice is that?
yeah, so they're still getting to do their celebration, just a little bit different. Pretty interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Not as much energy sitting still in a park, though. I would
Yeah,
imagine.
no, I'm sure not.
But you get to be up live and personal and take pictures and in front of or beside or...
Right, yeah. Probably more being able to take the pictures than when the parade is moving. You know, it's hard to take pictures of a moving parade.
Well, I think they've already canceled some of our parades for this year, though, haven't they?
Probably.
I think they've canceled our St. Patty's Day parade for Boardman, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I didn't
sure.
hear about
I
that.
think they did. I think they did. So
I
still wonder-
People will still be out unless, again, in 2 weeks, like we think, we're seeing a spike. And
Right.
have we seen spikes?
Not yet.
not yet.
See?
It'll take 2
It's too
weeks
soon.
once that all got opened up. So
Yeah,
not this
it's too
Saturday,
soon.
but following Saturday. That's when the numbers will come out. Well, that Monday, we'll see if opening the floodgates is going to do what we think it's going to do, and we'll see how DeWine reacts and go from there. Of course, right before St. Patty's Day, so it'll be
Well-
close to that.
Yeah, oh, he'll have.
Do you
Lots of
guys
people
think
angry.
we'll start to have concerts and things this summer?
It really is going to depend on the vaccination stuff. It's going to depend on the comfort level of people that, how many people want to go out versus would rather not go out now until this whole thing passes. I mean, there's lots of little elements that all have to kind of come together.
Can I tell
I think
you?
people want to. Whether they do it, that's the other part.
I don't know that I do because I've become like a couch potato. Well, so much a couch potato because I still do the stuff that I used to do, but I don't care to go out and be out in the public as much.
Right.
I enjoy sitting home and watching Netflix. I enjoy cleaning the house or doing things around the house or doing the projects that you would have. But I don't know that I would enjoy going back out amongst a crowd of people because it's still raising that bar of, oh God, somebody sneezes and you're like, or somebody coughs. It's like, oh, no. So are you
You're kind
guys
of
that
liking
way?
the peace, is what you're pretty much saying.
I am.
think that's it. I think, well, when you get a little older, it's, going, even before the pandemic, if I would pull into Giant Eagle's parking lot and there would be cars everywhere, I would pull back out. I don't go there if there's a big crowd of people because I don't have to.
Crowd of people, or you just don't like people?
I don't.
Those are two different things.
Well, how do I say this gracefully? I don't like people.
Okay, but that's
How do
fair.
I say this gracefully?
Yeah, strangers.
Well, let's rephrase. You don't like stupid people, I guess is a fair way of putting it, because there's a lot of times you get to run into those people that you're just like,
the ones that
why
are
they
three
on about?
wide in the grocery aisle and don't move when you want to go past and you have to turn around and go all the way back. Yeah, I don't like those people.
That's why I don't care to go out anymore. I don't care to go do things anymore. I know that sounds terrible, doesn't
So
it?
do you do the DoorDash stuff where everything comes to you now?
No.
No?
I will do curbside, or I will go in and get what I need and plan out what I need meal-wise for the week. and then I'm home. Crock-pot's become my best friend, and it's like I just do what I need to do, and then I get home.
Okay. So if money was no option, or object. There you go. I said the right word eventually.
Money's not an
Mine hasn't even
option
kicked
right
on. Wow. Yeah. If money was no object, would you prefer to eat out every day, or would you prefer to cook at home every day?
Oh, I have an answer.
Do I have a food limit?
I don't think
Does
so.
it have to be fast food or
It
restaurant?
could be anything.
Because I probably the convenience of eating or pick up or drive through. That's what I like. But if I'm home and I want leftovers, yeah, I'll eat. It's a half and half.
Half and half. So 50-50. What about you?
I say I would eat at home, but pay someone else to cook it for me.
Having a
Miss
on-site
Moneybags
cook.
over
That would be
Well,
that
he
would be
said
good.
money
no
wasn't an object.
right? Well, I said it wrong the first time. But we won't keep going on that. All right.
What about you?
I think I would do takeout because it's the not having to spend so much time, the cooking, the cleaning, that kind of thing would be
Home
would be
cooked
more.
meals are so much tastier.
Depending on who it's cooked by, that's another piece.
Well, I mean, if you can pay a chef, you can pay whoever
Well,
you want.
yeah, I mean,
I could have
but you look
Gordon
at some of the-
Ramsay in my kitchen.
Well, I mean, you look at even some of the high-end restaurants around here; they're really good. I mean, you really
Right.
get the
Oh, yeah.
appreciation and whatnot. So we'll kind of go down that path. Favorite restaurants, local restaurants, best food.
I'd still want to keep supporting local restaurants.
Of course.
I mean, and hey, if
Oh,
they're
sure.
going to send out two drinks per dinner, count me in.
The margarita's thing that you could
yeah.
take home. Absolutely.
Heck
Yes.
yeah, that makes it
So,
nice.
favorite restaurant in the area. You could do Mahoning and Trumbull if you want to break it down.
There's too many.
There's too many.
Yeah, give her
There's too many.
a type, though. A favorite Mexican.
I like El Tapatía or El Herrero, or I don't know. There's three of them. And then there's the one on
Jalapeno.
El Jalapeno. Yeah, there's so many.
There's so many.
There's a lot of
There's a
Mexican.
lot
There
of
didn't used to be that many Mexican
And
restaurants.
there's one on Belmont Avenue that's up from El Tapatio.
Yeah.
There's
I don't
one
know the name of that
on
one.
Route 46. I can't think of the name of it right there, but next to the Sheetz gas station, and they have some really good food up there as well.
What's the one on 224?
Los Gallos.
Port Gallos, yeah, that one
towards
too.
home,
So,
yeah.
I mean, there's so many good ones. You can't just pick one, and each one tastes differently.
It does.
Not every Mexican restaurant tastes the same.
Well, neither does all the
Chinese or
Italians.
Italians or-
Yeah, they're all different.
So,
So, favorite Italian?
why y'all put me on the spot? There's,
I mean, I don't see a question sheet in
there's
front of you
too
today, so we
many. There's
coming up.
Station Square.
Station Square is good. Alberini's is
Alberini's
good.
is good, yeah.
Leo's is good. 422 is good.
Cafe Capri.
Cafe Capri. Yeah, I mean, there's
so many.
so many that come off the top of your head. It's like Salvatore's is good. Mm-hmm. I mean,
It's great that we're mentioning local instead of chain because obviously people get used to the chain and they don't really know.
The
some of
local is what's the best.
So let's play this a different way. Let's pick the biggest diamond in the rough. So the one that maybe not everybody has heard about in this area that has absolutely phenomenal food.
Any I was going to say genre. I guess.
Barco's.
What is it?
Barco's.
Bardco's. What and where? What are we talking about?
Woodland.
What is it?
My house.
Oh, man, you threw me on that one.
I know, that was good.
I was expecting a good.
I don't think I could do that again.
Okay, establishment that's
An actual restaurant.
an actual restaurant. What is kind of that hidden that nobody really knows about, but is out there that we can help people find?
Oh gosh.
I don't think there isn't one that people haven't been to. Even Enzo's, I mean, it's on Elm Road. You know Enzo's.
I keep putting you on the spot today.
I know, and I don't know why. So my brain in the truck.
Okay, well, let's shift it. Any that you could think of that might be a kind of that diamond in the rough where it's not really, really known, but is really good.
Really good. Chad Anthony's on Belmont. They're really good. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm kind of running through dive bars in my head because those are the ones that, you
wouldn't
go
expect,
in. Yeah,
right.
you wouldn't expect it, and you go there, and it's like, oh my God, this is the best cheeseburger I've ever eaten in my life. We've had a few of those moments.
True.
Yeah, or the best wings.
I gotta start prepping you guys with these questions.
Yes.
So you can think about it.
I
But
can't.
there's just so many of them.
The views and opinions are not necessarily those expressed on this show.
Well, I mean, coming ahead to bogeys. In
Oh my
opinion,
gosh.
Really one of those.
Next to Mahoning, so I forgot about that because we're more Trumbull County people.
Now, I've never been there, but I've
Oh my
heard
God,
good
the
things
food's
about. Well,
amazing.
not there. I'm talking Malillos or Mawillos out in Lowville. I guess
I've never heard of that.
supposedly a big one that's out there. I've never been, but I've always been intrigued.
You guys could chime in with good restaurants.
Iron
we would
Bridge.
appreciate it.
Iron Ridge. Where's that?
Iron Bridge.
Bridge. Okay. No, I've
That's
not. I guess I've been there.
Mercer?
Oh, it's in PA somewhere. but
Yeah,
it's
that's
not-
Mercer.
Okay.
It's really good. Mm-hmm. And there's Rachel's right down the street from there.
And then there was Tara's. Is that still around?
Tara's up north of there. It's
See, we get around.
We've got a lot of restaurants in this area.
Now, how about seafood?
Ooh.
Krabby Bob's
Where's that at?
on Belmont.
Oh, Belmont. Okay.
Krabby Bob's?
Yes.
You've been there?
Yes.
Recently?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, Youngstown Crab came back. Are they still?
Well, Youngstown Crab is now Krabby Bob's.
Oh, okay. That's
And it's better than Youngstown Crab.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very
did not know
fresh.
that.
Very good.
So, other than like Red Lobster, what other places crab wise? There's not really a ton to pick from in this area. At least I wouldn't think so.
I don't know.
I mean, Storm and Crab. I don't know if that's a actual franchise
It's
deal.
a franchise,
Is
I
it?
think, yeah.
Storm and Crab.
Right there on
Yeah, on
South
South Ave.
Avenue. Supposedly it's good. I've never been, but
I've never heard.
Doesn't it have like a big giant crab on the side of the building?
In Boardman?
yeah, right in front of the Walmart.
On South Avenue by Walmart.
No kidding. There's a restaurant there. How long has it been?
It
since
used
I've
to.
been in Boardman?
It used to be the.
a rib
Kmart.
place, wasn't it?
No.
I can't think of the name
Oh,
of it.
yes, they're Casanovas or
No.
no.
What the heck is that called? I can't think of it right at the moment.
It was a rib place.
It used to be a barbecue place. And
Yeah.
Oh,
they
Smoky
took it-
Bones.
There we
Smoky
go.
Bones, there you go. Yeah. There.
Oh, I didn't realize there was something else in there. How about that? I learned something new today.
Yeah.
But you like to cook at home. So,
I do.
So that's
I do.
favorite meal to prepare if you like to cook at home.
I like a lot of chicken. I do chicken in the crock pot a lot, but I do it with a flair, and you can marinate it and then put it on and walk away, set it and forget it. That's what I like to do.
Pressure cooker? No pressure cooker? Crock pot?
But I also I like to do all the ethnic recipes too. I'm part Slovak, Hungarian, Polish. So all that old ethnic stuff I like to do.
Like
stuffed cabbage.
Pigs in a blanket, yeah.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah, you're in there again. Halushki,
Okay.
pierogies. Oh God! Now we called it shit on the shingle, but everybody,
What?
yeah, it's like a macaroni and
It's a what? Macaroni?
That's such an appealing title to
yeah,
that.
but it's with hamburger and tomato sauce, and yeah, it's good. Or you could
I've never heard of it.
So it's kind of like a hamburger helper, but an advanced version of that.
It kind of, yeah.
It's like homemade hamburger
Yeah,
helper.
yeah.
But I've never heard it called shit on a shingle. That is normally like something different. That's normally like hash.
And there's pierogi. If you knew what that was, if you're Slovak, they put either cabbage, and they cook up cabbage and stick it in a dough and bake it, or there is as a filling, or they do cheese and potatoes in there. Oh,
Yeah, we talked about
it's
pierogies already.
No, this is pierogi, not pierogies. This would go on a big.
You have to break that down because nobody knows why there's a big difference.
It's Slovenian. It's pierogi, not pierogies.
So just a pronunciation or a different in the recipe too?
It's different, totally recipe. Okay. This is a big, huge cookie sheet, the way my grandmother made it, and she would roll out the dough, and you either put the cabbage in there, or you.
Is it a big roll?
No, it's the size of a cookie tray, and you cut it like. Yeah.
Like a pizza or something?
Not even like a pizza, like that. If it was all full of that, but a big cookie tray, and you just cut it.
Oh, you cut it into squares? Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Learn something new every day.
I had that for the longest time. But
Was it dough on the top and the bottom, and then filling in the middle?
Yeah. It would be like that, but it would be completely fit. Like your dough would go on the bottom, and then your filling goes on the top, and then you cover it like a pie, but only a square pie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff. But and then we like cabbage and noodles.
Halushki, right?
Halushki, yeah.
Okay.
And then some people do it with dough, like with little what do they call that? Dumplings. You can put dumplings in it too. So, good stuff. Now I'm hungry.
We don't have any food outside of sweets.
I know.
For that matter. But
it's really good stuff.
Okay, pizza. Let's go on the category of pizza.
Oh my gosh.
330 pizza is the best.
What is it?
330 pizza.
Where's that at?
That's all over here. 330 is our area
okay.
code.
Oh, you
when
mean
we,
like
the area
all
code
the different.
when we lived
I thought it
in
was specifically.
No, we lived in PA, and I would text and say 330 pizza tonight, and we would drive over here to get a good pizza because over in PA they didn't have good pizza.
Okay, well, top 3 pizza place. Go.
Oh gosh, Elmpton, Bellaria, and Wedgwood.
Wedgwood, Coco's, and I think I've had Elmpton. I can't remember.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to go.
So long.
Oh, Elmpton is great.
It's the best.
And it's right down the road here.
I'm trying to think what was the last one that I. Oh, Leo's has good pizza too. I mean, it just depends what mood you're in.
And Pizza Works has excellent white
too. It's just not fair to mention just one because
There's so many
patrons, so many. So these are just coming to the top of the minds. So your
Pizza Parlor in Girard. Have you ever had their white pizza?
Excellent.
Amazing. I would have to probably say that Bellary is probably on that list. And I would probably have to go with Elmpton on the other one.
Really?
And their wings are at Elmpton are
We'll
have to
roasted
go.
wings. They're phenomenal.
We're road tripping.
And I am making everybody hungry right
You are.
now by going down this road. But I don't want to keep stealing the thunder. If you guys have any topics you want to bring to the forefront, I'm just kind of going down the food avenue.
Food is always good.
Yeah, food. Especially in this area, there's lots of places.
There are so many good restaurants in our area. There's a newer pizza place in Niles. Well, it's McKinley Heights, really. It's called Bellino's.
Really?
And they have deep dish.
We keep saying we're going to make a deep dish pizza.
Yeah, we have a recipe for deep dish pizza. We're going to do it and post it on our page when
Why don't we
do
bring
it.
some of these in? Then we'll have dinner to boot.
Maybe we could do that.
And maybe we should do like a 3-way competition of our favorite dish and then see whose is better. And have a.
Who would judge us?
Yeah.
We would judge ourselves. 2 out of 3 wins, whoever.
Wow.
Or we would have a tie going across the board. I mean, that might be a little bit interesting.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I love to cook, so that's not even a fair. I will try anything. I will, from fettuccine to a hamburger to a meatloaf to a potluck thing. I don't care. It's food. Yum.
Lasagna is my favorite.
Is it
I love
really?
to cook lasagna, yeah.
Lasagna?
Although, yeah, I've been making some really killer spaghetti sauce lately.
Yeah, she has.
She had my spaghetti sauce.
I did. I was like, wow.
I don't have the patience for that because that's like if you do the legit, it's hours.
Legit, yeah. It
letting that thing boil
spot.
over. We used to do that, but
Another little piece.
it's not always the funnest to go through waiting hours for that. But it smells amazing, especially if you're hungry at lunch and you got that sauce going.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
I want to eat it now. Type thing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's when you just make a little bit of pasta and just have a taste.
That is good.
It never turns into a taste, though. It becomes a little mini
Becomes a meal. Yep, it does.
And that's okay.
That's all right.
Especially with bread and cheese.
Oh, good Italian bread. Like, did I make you my bread or not?
No.
Okay, so you take a whole loaf of Italian bread. This is something that impress your wife. Take a whole loaf of Italian bread, cut it this way so that you have a top and a bottom.
Okay.
Flip it over, butter both sides, garlic it, Parmesan cheese covering both sides, and then put it in the broiler. Oh my, is it good? With just you can just dip it in sauce and eat it and have it be a meal, or at least I can. It's
might
really
try that.
It's really tasty.
Probably not the healthy.
It's probably not, but you know.
But that's phenomenal.
We still got time.
Do we have a
leave
broiler
here and
here?
go eat right now. But
Wow.
that's
But isn't that what you do on Fat Tuesday? You eat?
You eat, that's right. Because then the next day you're supposed to start
Fasting.
fasting and doing
that's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's when you give
Ash
up
Wednesday.
all of your bad things. I had a girl that I used to work with would give up chocolate, but she could eat Tootsie Rolls because they weren't really technically chocolate.
How would it not be?
I don't know. It had to be like creamy chocolate for her to think that it was real.
Okay.
So,
Have you ever fasted?
Well, I sort of do intermittent fasting.
I do too.
But not like a long-term 72-hour type deal that they
Yeah, me neither.
suggest. It's usually like I'll eat at night at 8 o'clock and then won't eat until dinner the next day. So it's usually about a 24-hour fast.
Wow.
But it works.
16. It does.
Believe it or not, you do one meal a day, and it makes I've dropped 20 pounds since I did it. It only took about 2 months, but doing the fasting, it doesn't take.
Do you
much.
watch your carbs?
Do I like my carbs?
Do you
or-
watch them?
Yes, I keep an eye on them. I try not to overdo it on the carbs. Makes a huge
What's your overdue? Like 20 or 40?
the number is 100 carbs. That below that, and you start losing weight. Above that, you start gaining weight. But they suggest being at 50 where it'll really start burning.
I did 20 for a long time, and that was rough. It's
can be.
hard.
Carbs,
Yeah, it is hard to keep it under 20 carbs.
especially
It
on
really
Fat
is.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we already had the entire.
I know, right? I know. That's probably way more than 20 carbs.
Fasting, between the fasting and the keto diet, we did that for a little bit. Still not the healthiest diet, though, because when bacon is part of that menu,
I'd be okay
it's
with
still
it.
not. But
Cheese.
cheese,
Yeah, you
love
can eat
cheese.
as much cheese as you want and as much bacon, as much meat as you want.
Well, there's still some stuff in cheese that's not great for you, but the pepper jack cheese supposedly will actually help the overall because with the jalapenos will actually
Yeah.
help burn
The
whatever you're putting in
capsaicin,
there.
yeah.
So that's what I typically do is the jalapeno cheese.
That is still the most romantic look, though, looking outside of a window and seeing snowfall.
I agree.
Not for Texas right now. I'm not a fan.
My sister-in-law lives in Houston, or the Houston area, and the one that was on the show one time with us, Mary, she lives in the Houston area, and her swimming pool is all covered in snow, and they have no power.
They don't know what to do. Like
They have no
they've never
power.
experienced it.
Yeah,
And I saw
they
a
haven't
meme
had
today
power.
about now you know why Ohioans call it pop because you got that carbonated soda sitting in your car. It is popping right now.
Yep.
It's crazy. We barely got anything outside of the ice.
The ice, yeah.
Which is terrible because you can't exactly have snowball fights. You can have ice fights.
Right, and that hurts.
That never ends well.
You
Yeah,
know,
no.
it was took Nina out this morning, and I'm watching her go, and she's walking on top of the snow and not leaving any
Not
prints.
crushing, yeah.
And
She
I'm
wasn't
like,
crushing it, yeah.
and she didn't know where to go because she couldn't find her spots.
That is the most satisfying sound, though, when you crunch down on that snow. It is great.
It's better than going whoosh.
I mean, yeah, that too.
Done that too.
I've done that too.
Just that sound, that cracking sound is just,
Yes,
it's enjoyable. But
it is.
maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm.
No, I get it.
I will tell you though, I don't want you all to get excited about what I'm about to tell you and reveal. But in brushing my horse the other day, I had so much fur come out.
Oh,
Yes.
that means it's
Can't
spring.
even tell you how
meaning
much fur.
Spring is coming.
Spring
along.
is coming.
So I don't care
It was
about
only
that.
6 weeks, so
I don't care about that.
Where are we at?
Yosemite Sam would
We're
do.
2 weeks. 2 weeks
Sheldon
in,
is
right?
shedding a lot too.
Yeah. So by the time the animals know more than we do, and
Well, I'm shedding too, so we're good there. Or maybe I'm giving away some.
I think we're gonna have an early spring. I don't care what they say.
Well, I mean, it's still probably going to take 3 or 4 weeks to get all the way through, but
Well, we're having our cold deep freezes now, so tonight's one of the
Thursday again. I don't know what the call is for Thursday, but
nights. They're saying 1 to 3 during the day and 1 to 3 at night. I thought.
Yeah,
but that's nothing for Ohioans. We're like
No, and
2 inches.
and kudos to the road crews.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did a
They
heck of
did
a
a
job.
heck of a job getting.
yeah,
these
being that it
roads
was a
done.
sheet of ice, like I didn't
It wasn't
even
just a
notice
sheet; it was a couple inches
Yeah.
thick ice. I mean,
It
it
took my
was.
truck a half hour to
One of my friends posted this morning that he tried to leave for work at 3 a.m. and he had defrosted and defrosted and defrosted, and he turned on his wipers and snapped the arms off of both sides.
Oh, yeah, that's
So he called off work.
yeah. You can't go out in this weather without wiper blades.
No, can you even
Though I
imagine?
have seen a couple of videos out there where their wiper blades were like not moving, so they
string?
did a string.
I
to
did
either
that before.
side. That is
I did that
great.
before. Well, you know, necessity is the mother of invention. That's what they say, and I had to do it once.
Yeah, but that's difficult because you got to do each side.
Well, I
back
had
and
somebody
forth.
with me that was pulling and pushing on both things, but
Did it work?
yeah, oh yeah, it works. It moves the wipers. That's all you need is the wipers to move for it to clear the window.
Did you have the guy out there with a Windex too?
No, I did not. I have scooped snow back in the day when I had a car that didn't have squirters on it. I would scoop
Squirters?
Yes, the windshield washer. I call them squirters.
Squirters?
I would scoop snow and throw on the windshield and then wipe.
Squirters?
We're just making up a vocabulary here.
Hey, it's going to work and it's going to catch on. It's
It
gonna
is.
go viral. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
Fantastic.
But yeah, I mean, we've covered quite the.
We have.
I don't even know what time. What time is it right now?
It's
I
a
haven't-
6:45.
Okay, we got a little bit more to keep digging a little bit, but I'm gonna put you on the spot again. I'm sure.
Here we go.
At some
Oh,
point.
let's
How
go.
did this become my turn?
Oh, okay, I'll try to switch it.
He could put me on the spot. I'm good.
Okay, favorite snow activity.
Oh,
Start with you.
Trying to keep one.
I have two: sled riding
Okay.
and snowmobiling. I love snowmobiling. Although,
Do you really?
I do.
I've never snowmobiled in my life.
Oh, you're kidding.
Really?
One time, I'll tell you this quick story. I had a friend with me, and we were riding, and it was over in PA, and we went to go around a curve. And I had explained to her, if I slide left, you slide left. If I slide right, you slide right, because that really controls how the sled goes. And I slid left, she slid right. The ass end of the sled went boom over a ravine. Backwards. Yes, backwards. And so I, being the nice person that I am, slid backwards and shoved her off. And then it started rolling.
Oh, jeez.
I got to the bottom and it landed upright, and I still had my thumb full blast on the throttle. And
Oh my God.
You're not exactly selling this adventure.
I hit a tree really hard.
I
It was bad.
pass on that
It was ugly. It was very ugly. But it only cost a couple $100 to fix the sled, and I was back at it next weekend. So it was all good. It's fun. It really is.
That was way too laissez-faire for
I've
me.
put one into a lake once because we were doing like spinning on the lake, and I found a soft spot.
You could have drowned and died.
I was young. I didn't care. It was fun.
She's a little bit more wild than I'm sure we probably thought, for that matter.
Shelly, I don't know. Whoa.
I was fun back in the day. I'm getting that back.
She's a daredevil, apparently, and we didn't know.
Oh, there's a lot about Shelly you don't know.
I don't know if most of it should be public, but we'll find out.
Not even an ounce of it.
It's all right.
All right, so your favorite snow time
activities: sitting at the fire, drinking, sipping the.
No.
No.
When I was a little girl, can't believe I'm going to reveal this story. When I was a little girl, my dad...
Not like you're doing it publicly or anything.
No, not at all. In our neighborhood, we had like kids that we grew up with. And my dad would get the tops of garbage can lids. And he had a wheel horse tractor, and he would put chains on the tractors.
Pull them around.
And he would pull us all around the neighborhood on the streets because the streets were covered in snow and ice. We didn't have school. So all the kids nowadays, you could get in trouble for, they probably call that, who knows. But we had chains that the kid, and he had like handles that he would put on the back of the chains, and they would hold on. And we would just, like, we were actually water skiing, but only snow skiing. I mean, it was so much fun. Or we would sit down on the lids and just go. It was great. It was fun.
It sounds fun. I would do that. I would do that now.
It was like people that would bumper ski. Only this was a tractor.
Bumper skiing.
So those were the
highly
days.
illegal.
But it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, but
Kept us
you
occupied.
used to do those, stupid fun things. People were getting outside or having fun. I mean, I remember doing like the snow forts and then the snowball fights behind the snow forts.
Sure.
I mean, those were the fun
days.
stuff.
Yeah. I went sled riding once at not Packard Park, at Mosquito Lake.
Yeah.
And it was really, really icy. So you go down the hill, and then you go down the second hill, and then you end up in the spillway.
Okay.
I got soaked.
Oh, you're kidding.
And then none of my friends wanted to leave, so they made me stay there all soaking wet.
Oh,
In
yeah,
the snow and
that's
the
the
ice?
worst.
Oh, I couldn't.
Being wet and then get hit with
cold.
that. Oh.
Yeah, they had a barrel. I got to stand around the barrel.
But you used to have so much fun playing. You didn't care if it was frostbite.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what
And
it was
your
coming down
feet
to.
would freeze.
You couldn't feel them.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. No. And it
Kind of like the snow seat in the Christmas Story.
Yeah, and you would have to put your feet in baggies to put your feet in the boots.
Not
And the little
baggies,
boots.
but bread bags.
Bread bags, and you'd have those little like buttons on the side with the rubber
loop.
band that loops.
Yes, the
Do you remember
loopy.
those shoes? You don't.
He doesn't.
No, I don't.
He's too young
You're
for
too
that.
young.
I remember those boots.
And then you could put
your
your little
shoes on
snowsuits on or your little winter coats, and you had the string that went on one side to the other, and you had your little mittens attached. And do you remember those?
I never had that.
I did. Yeah. Kept your mittens on. You didn't have to worry about losing mittens because they're attached to the string inside your jacket.
Now they
Kids
make
had clips that.
make gloves that can actually still use your phone because that's
I have
important in
those.
this day and age.
See?
Yeah. Well,
How about that?
have those.
How do you like that?
Gotta
no
have
more
that.
mittens.
I have mittens that flip open, and then I have my fingers inside. That's pretty cool because it can keep your fingers warm, and then you flip it open, and you got bare fingers. They just have like half.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
Well, my kids have a unicorn hat that has the mittens attached to the hat.
Yeah, Zoe
It's
has
great.
a polar bear of that, I think, or a panda bear maybe.
They have all this cute stuff. We didn't have this stuff.
I know.
No.
We didn't have any of this stuff.
It's
We had to walk to
because
school
creative
backwards up
people
hills.
were born when
Afterwards.
with us.
Yeah.
We were creative people. We are.
We didn't have any of this stuff, and
We survived.
if we did good on our grades and we took our report card to McDonald's and we get a free French fry. Do you remember that?
Yep.
I do not.
See what you're missing out.
Well, it might have been that I just never got that good a grade.
We were little. You took your. Do you remember that?
I do. And if
They
you
used
had
to
really
do
good
something
grades,
at the movie store. They used to do that where you get A's on your report card and you get a free movie. So
oh, I don't know that we had movie
they
stores
converted the
when
French
we were
fries to movies.
Wow.
And now it's nothing because all those movie places are closing down.
Yes, there's not
There's
very
only
many of
one
them
left in
open.
the area.
They're all closed down now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, video stores.
Not the video stores, the movie theaters.
No,
No,
he's
I
talking
meant
about video
stores.
stores.
I meant,
Oh, video stores, yeah.
videos. Your family videos. And
Yeah, there's
Because
a
you
couple
can get
of
them on
left.
Netflix, Hulu, Up. I think it's called Up with the arrow up. Have you heard of that one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just heard about that one now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, why would I leave my home if I could just hit a button
Exactly,
and
and
get
you
it
can make your own
down?
popcorn and put as much butter on it as you want. So, I think it's a win-win. And then you could get movies brought in. I think Netflix does this, and I think Amazon Prime does it, where you can watch the same movie that's in the movie theater and you pay like $35
Yes.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if
done
that's
it
going to be a long-term thing or just during COVID.
think
I
just
hope it's a
during
long-term
COVID.
thing. But,
That'd be stupid not to.
well, but the movie theaters might be kind of that pushback because they don't want to lose that revenue of it being a exclusivity type
Exclusive,
deal.
right? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but here's the thing. How many times did you see a movie that they advertised on TV but never was in our area? Or you saw it online and was never in it? Select theaters. Yeah, you didn't select ours.
I never ran into that problem.
Sorry to hear that.
But well, maybe it's just some of the movies I tend to go to are the more popular
And
genre.
I can tell you one in particular. It was called the Mustang. I had to literally go out and order it. It was about convicts that were out in Nevada or somewhere in the desert, and they brought in the desert horses, and they had to train these horses while they were serving their time. It was a great movie, but it was at select theaters. Never made it to ours.
You can't say that I've seen that one.
See,
Nor have I.
because you.
So I
never
guess
heard
while
about
we're
it.
on that route, favorite classic movie
Here
of all time.
we go.
On the spot again.
You know what's my favorite?
But this is why you brought me here. This is think of those little things that we can bring up that
we could change this.
I should probably take a back seat now.
I still love this movie. Well, there's a couple that this isn't even fair either, because it's like asking me what's my
Just
favorite
one.
rock band.
Just one. We'll bring up another one another time.
I love The Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter. Really?
It was
Never
actually based.
even heard that.
A lot of it was filmed in some was in Youngstown, some was in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
You never heard of The Deer Hunter?
I have not. Unless I have, and I just need to see the ad to be like, oh yeah, I forgot I remember that one.
Oh, you got to watch it then. It's an
Okay.
oldie, but it's a goodie.
Okay.
And it deals with what you would find here in Youngstown or Pittsburgh. You know the movie, don't you?
I do.
And it is so true. And some of the nightclubs and things that are in it were actual nightclubs that were here.
Okay.
And the other,
Is it because of that personal touch? Like you were involved with a lot of the nightclubs and everything from...
not that time frame.
No? Okay.
No, I think I was 2 years old when that thing was filmed. But
It just shows a lot of scenery from the Youngstown area and from the Pittsburgh area. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
the other one that I love, and I just watched this the other night, The Idolmaker.
Idolmaker. See, two movies that
Ray
I do
Sharkey.
not have a good reference of.
He is a guy that turns good-looking guys into singers, and he promotes them with his music through them because he felt he didn't have the look. But he promoted and then it shows how the guys turned on them and they wanted more and more and more, and they didn't appreciate what he'd given them so far. I mean, watch it. It's called The Idolmaker.
Idolmaker.
Really good.
Interesting. Probably Cocktail.
Cocktail was good.
That one I heard about.
You heard about?
Okay, I've seen it, but
You probably don't even know who Wilson is either, do you?
Wilson, like the soccer ball in the...
Yes,
yeah,
it's
I've
actually
seen
heard
it.
of Wilson and Tom Hanks. Okay. Do you know what that movie was called?
Castaway, I believe.
Yeah, he's good.
Good job.
Okay.
Decent for some
For
of
some
them.
stuff. Okay.
I have a lot, but The Big Lebowski.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of the dude. He just kind of the dude abides. I don't know. I mean, I've got lots of favorite movies, but
Yeah. So it's not really fair.
See, I
to just
kind of
name
go
one.
to the comedy side, so usually anything with like Adam Sandler or
Yeah, don't get me wrong. That's good too.
Yeah, and he probably had like 6 or so movies right in the 90s that were like big hit after big hit after big hit. I mean, back to back to back.
Yeah, and 50 First Dates, it was a comedy in some ways, but in other ways it was very romantic, and it was so surreal in ways that, you know, that he was able to continue to keep doing that every single day because she didn't remember.
Yep.
It was
it was one of those movies that you'd see come on and you're like, I'm watching it again.
Yeah.
It's that good, well done, where it's not overly, like, it's not the slapstick comedy, but it's also
some of his, like the golf one, I can't do
Happy
that.
Gilmore.
Yes, I can't do that more than once. It's done.
See, I love that movie, so it's one of those things that just
I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of tend to go with the comedies, and I think another big one was like the Dumb and Dumber series. It was so stupid, but it was so funny.
It was painful to watch that to me. I couldn't do it.
What about the two brothers?
The Blues Brothers?
No.
I don't know.
The one that wanted to be a drummer.
Step Brothers?
Yes, Step Brothers.
Will Ferrell, of course.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny.
That was a little, I mean, I liked it, but it went a little overboard in some ways. But that was also Will Ferrell.
That's Will Ferrell, yeah.
Didn't expect much less. That was the, you don't want to watch the uncensored version of it.
Oh, you have it?
Oh, well, I've seen the uncensored version, but it's definitely not family friendly in some capacity.
Amazing.
Well, we have really covered each and every topic.
We tried.
I mean, we have really
off the cuff, for that matter.
Off the cuff, even.
And I appreciate the fact you were able to give an answer. I mean, it was a lot of like boom, boom, boom.
Pulling. But hey, you know.
Kept it interesting.
To exercise the brain.
Yeah, I brought it.
I mean, a little bit more wine, and there would have been a different type of exercise in the brain. Did you just lower your sheet? Is that what
the demon drop?
The demon drop. Oh, shoot.
Man.
Oh, well. So, what do we have on board for Thursday?
Thursday we're off, didn't you tell us?
Yes.
That's right. So, you won't see it. So, if you miss a minute, you miss a lot.
So, until next week, I guess we can do. And
then next Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
No longer Mardi Gras, so we'll have to bring some additional topics. So maybe you have your list of questions.
This is true.
You'll have something,
you never know what I'll
something to bring.
Yeah, you'll have something to work on this weekend.
So,
and Shelly, thank you for bringing the crown cola cake.
King.
We'll get it right.
We've had another version of Past the Glass. We have it in the bag.
In the bag.
Not that we are in the bag, because we're not, but
not yet.
It's good stuff that we're putting in the bag. Taking it home. And we're taking it home. And we are done.
We are done. All right. Well, take care, everybody. We'll see you next week. Until Tuesday.
Same bad time, same bad place. Bye-bye.
Toodle.
Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. If you like our programming, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page, or subscribe to your favorite podcast platform like iTunes or Spotify. This is original Youngstown content, and we would appreciate you sharing the videos and the word about us. Thank you.